Hello there, I am Baron Bones, and today we talk about They Will Kill You. So They Will Kill You is directed by Kirill Sokolov, I apologize if I butcher-shot that name, and follows this maid, played by Zazie Beetz, who gets hired at this obviously satanic hotel, and she just so happens to be the sacrifice to Satan that they have invited in. So now she must fight her way through this hotel full of Satanists to survive the night. So, yeah, this is pretty much what you're expecting from a movie entitled They Will Kill You. And that is cheesy, over-the-top action fare when it wants to be. There are a lot of times where the action beats try to calm down and focus on more emotional moments, but I'll be completely honest, they kind of fall flat. When the movie's going whole high-octane action, it's hitting on all the beats that you're expecting it to hit. It's cheesy, over the top, almost feels like a 90s movie. But it doesn't fully go in the cheesy direction that it really should have. It should have leaned more into the over-the-top nature of this concept, but it just doesn't. It starts off with a wonderful action sequence, and then it just starts to fizzle. And that fizzling sensation continues through most of the movie. As a result, the film doesn't feel as good as it could be. There's a lot of potential in this story and setup, but they don't do a lot with it. And the performers are clearly aware of what they're in and are overplaying their roles to the max, but given that the script tries to take certain emotional beats, it doesn't work. The other problem is that, honestly, I just found myself getting bored. This movie's only an hour and a half long, and I really was about to check out about the 45-minute mark. I was bored out of my mind. The story wasn't that interesting, and though the action scenes were fun, they were fewer and far between than they really should have been for a film like this. There should have been non-stop action from beginning to end, especially since it starts off with such a wonderful bang. I really felt myself disappointed. I felt like they could have easily made this movie more interesting if they had just leaned more into the 90s cheesiness that it was clearly trying to generate, and if they had just, instead of trying to nail the emotional beats, focused more on an action over-the-top showcase. As it stands, this movie is fine. It's not technically bad by any definition of the word. It's just kind of a middle-of-the-road film. As a result, I can't fully recommend it. If you are interested in checking it out, maybe wait for it to come out on streaming. There's no real reason to go out and see this one in theaters, and I can't fully recommend it. So that's my opinions on They Will Kill You. What did you think about it? If you've seen it, let me know in the comments below. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And, as always, stay terrified.